Do you know that every founder, every leader faces two kinds of challenges? Two kinds of them. Yeah, the ones we see, that's the numbers, the deadlines, the pivots, the funding rounds, and also we face the challenge of what we don't see. And more often than not, to be honest, it is the invisible challenges that break us. It is the invisible challenges that will keep us stuck. The invisible ones keep us stuck, and we are not able to move. You see, they are called blind spots. Every leader has a blind spot or blind spots. You see, these blind spots somehow they shape how we lead, they shape how we decide, how we bounce back. But the unfortunate thing is that we can't even see them clearly. Okay, so if you're building again after you have had a hard season, after you have had a fall, or you are restarting something that once fell apart, this video is not just about strategy. This video is about sight, about seeing the the blind spots you don't normally see. So because you can't see it, it can quietly hold you back more than anything. So it's very serious. Sit around and let's do it together. Now, let's look at what blind spots look like in a real leadership life. Because you're a leader, whether you are a startup leader or a restart leader, you are a leader. So, number one, or part one, the unseen obstacles. You see, blind spots don't wear warning labels, not at all. They sound like things we believe are strength, but they quietly sabotage our growth. That's very correct. I'll give you a few examples. For example, they sound like, I will push through and resting can wait. Have you ever said that? Oh no, I push through. Resting can wait. I will rest later. You see, that is a blind spot. You are confusing exhaustion for dedication. You see, you keep pushing and pushing and push yourself into exhaustion. Okay. Another one is this: no one can do it as well as I can. You see, that is a blind spot. You are mistaking control for excellence. Another one is, last time I lost everything, so this time I need, total control. Another blind spot. You are letting fear masquerade as strategy. Another one is, I don't have time to slow down. Momentum is everything. Oh yeah, but that is also a blind spot because you are trading reflection for motion and calling it progress. Another one is, I am constantly, if I'm not constantly visible, people will forget me. That's a blind spot. Building identity around attention instead of impact. Oh, here is one more. I am fine. I will deal with it after we have hit our next goal. Blind spot. Believing that healing can wait until success arrives. These sound like drive and discipline, but they are really echoes of old pain. That's correct. And they quietly run the company while we think we are leading. You see, a blind spot is not a flaw. I want you to get that. It's not a flaw. It is a habit of thought that made sense once, but doesn't serve who you are becoming. It doesn't serve where you are going. It doesn't serve who you are becoming. And when you are trying to bounce back, what got you here cannot take you, there. So you need to let it go. Part two, the fast lane trap. That's another trap and a blind spot. You see, startups and comeback seasons are breeding grounds for blind spots. They are breeding grounds for blind spots. You see, why is it so? Because pressure is high. Whether you are a startup leader or you are a restart leader or a bounce back leader, the pressure is high. Somebody who is starting, it is high for you because there are loads of unknowns. And you that is trying to bounce back, well, The failure you had before is right there staring at you. So the pressure is high. And when the pressure is high, reflection feels like a luxury. You see, we say, I don't have time to slow down. I need to move, build, I need to fix, I need to grow. But here is the paradox. Speed without reflection leads to repetition. You see, we end up recreating the same dynamics in the new venture. The same thing, the same leadership habits, the same burnout cycles. We just different company, but the same story because we didn't take time to learn. You see, because until you see or recognize the negative pattern, you will repeat that pattern. It will repeat itself. And sometimes the real breakthrough isn't in the doing more. It is in seeing things differently, seeing differently. Okay, part number 3, how to see what has been unseen. You see, the question now is, how do we actually start to see what has been unseen? And there are 3 practices I will give you right now. They are simple, but they are transformational. Number 1, pattern recognition. Ask yourself, what keeps what keeps showing up in my leadership story? If something keeps repeating, whether it is tension, whether it's frustration, whether, as a result, it is not random, my friend. It is a reflection. It is trying to show you something you have been missing. So, reflection. Number 2, mirror conversations. Invite people who are not impressed by you. Yeah, that's right, you heard me right. Invite people who are not impressed by you, but they are invested in you. Okay. Ask them, what do you see in me that might hold us back? What are you seeing? And when they answer, don't try to defend yourself. Don't defend. Just listen. Okay. So you have to understand this. Mirrors don't judge, they reveal. That's right. Okay, let's move to number 3. Pause before you rebuild. You see, sometimes most leaders rush to recreate success after a loss, but restoration requires reflection. You see, you want to rush because you failed, you want to rush to prove a point, you want to rush to rebuild. No. Ask yourself, what version of me needs to lead the next chapter? Yes, you see, not the tired version of you. You don't need it. Not the fearful one or version of you. No. The wiser and the one who has learned from the fall. That's the version that you need. There are good, I've got good news for you. That version is already in you. You just need to recognize it. It's in there. Okay, part number 4. Leading your comeback with clarity. You need to lead your comeback with clarity. Every great comeback starts with clarity because self-awareness is leadership's real superpower. When you have that self-awareness, you have got that leadership superpower. Once you can name your blind spots, they lose power over you. You start leading from choice, not from compulsion. That's right, from vision and not from reaction. That's how burnout will now become balance. That's how failure becomes feedback, and that's how you restart. Your restart now will become a rebirth. That's right, it will become a rebirth. All right, so my friend, your next breakthrough starts with sight. So here is the question I will leave with you. Ask yourself this question: what might I be blind to that is shaping how I lead right now? What is that? Reflect. Ask yourself. Because the moment you are willing to see what you have been avoiding, you stop repeating the past and you start designing the desirable future. You see, next big breakthrough doesn't start with a new product. It doesn't start with a new investor. Not at all. Or a new idea. It starts with new awareness. You need this awareness. So, my friend, open your eyes. See what has been unseen and lead your comeback with clarity. So my friend, if this video has, giving you a new perspective, if you have gotten something out of this video, hit that like button. It doesn't cost anything to, press that like button, and subscribe for more motivation videos. Share this video to someone who may need to hear it, and I will see you in the next video, and bye for now.